You know, David, when I think about Good Friday and I think about all the events that took place on that day, um, just a powerful moment marked in all of history, isn't it?
It is pivotal in history. And you know, it started with a betrayal the night before. Judas, one of his close friends, leaves to betray him and later betrays him at the garden with a kiss.
And it was after the Last Supper, Jesus goes to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. Obviously, Jesus knows what's coming. He knows what to anticipate, but he's praying and he asks the Father if there's any way could this cup pass from me. But even in the middle of all of that, he submitted to the will of the Father.
You know, they arrested him right after that. The soldiers came, drug him to the house of Caiaphas, the high priest, and they accused him of blasphemy. And because they couldn't kill him themselves that night, early the next morning they took him to Pilate, who also tried him. Pilate couldn't find anything wrong with him.
And he was beaten. He was mocked. They put a crown of thorns on his head. They belittled him. You think about the humiliation in front of all the people that were there that day, and yet never one time did Jesus fight back in the middle of all of that.
He was so weak by the end of that, he couldn't even carry his own cross, which most of the criminals did.
Then when they got to Golgotha, they nailed him to the cross and hung him there between two criminals. And in spite of all the pain, in spite of all the humiliation that Jesus was going through, Jesus offered forgiveness. It was there and at that moment that Jesus said, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing.
He offered them forgiveness. He offers us the same forgiveness. But one of the things that strikes my heart at the cross is that darkness. The light of the world, the one innocent person that has ever died, is clothed and wrapped in darkness, hanging on the cross, crying out, my God, Father, my God, Holy Spirit, why have you forsaken me? Until that very last phrase on the cross, his last words, he said, it's finished. I've done it.
And then Jesus died. But the amazing thing that happened when he died was that the veil in the temple was torn in two, that the separation between God and man was coming to an end. Yeah. And it was at that moment that everything changed for all of eternity. Little did they know that was not the end of the story.
It is not. That's only Friday.
That's Friday.
Sunday's coming.